Hello, my name's Steve. Some of you may recognize me. I've been on Jasmine's channel a few times. Her birthday's coming up. Doesn't know what I'm going to get her yet, as far as I know. I went to the local Home Depot today to pick up everything I need, at least what I think is everything I need to build her a ballet bar. I thought about waiting to build it with her so that she could make content to share with you guys, but instead I'm going to try and record it myself, which should be interesting. So I hope you gain something from it. Thank you. I'm outside now. I've laid everything out so that you guys get a sense of what it is you'll need if you wanted to follow along with this project. You can see it all here. I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. I have a 1 1/4 inch wooden dowel. It's 96 inches long. Ideally you'd be able to get 1 1/2 inch dowel, but I could only get the 1 1/4 inch. Above it is 2 6-foot pieces of 1 1/2 inch PVC. You can see all the different connection pieces we have there. So there's 4 T's, 6 elbows, and 4, I believe they're for a P-trap, but I'm using them as a reducer because they're 1 1/2 inch to 1 1/4 inch, so the dowel will slide into those. I'm going to call them a reducer, but I don't think that's the right term. I have 2 cans of spray paint in the color that I think Jasmine will like, so it's pink. Sandpaper, wood stain and varathane for the dowel. I have some, that's ABS cement. I'm using it on PVC because it's just what I have around the house, and this isn't for, you know, plumbing purposes, so I think it'll be fine for what I'm doing. Gloves and glasses for safety. I also have a couple of saws for cutting. No power tools, so anybody should be able to do this themselves at home. All right, first things first is going to be cutting this wooden dowel. I'm just going to cut it in half, so I think it was 96 inches. I believe that would be 48 inches would be the halfway point. Make sure you measure before you cut. Oh, that reminds me, there's one other thing you're going to need as you work your way through this, and that would be tape measure. So I'll measure it up and mark it, and then we can start cutting. All right, I'm using these chairs as makeshift saw horses. If you have flat saw horses, you could use those as well. The saw horses I have are essentially welded rebar, so they would leave indentations in the wood, and I don't want that. Okay, so it is exactly 96 inches. That makes this easy. So our halfway point would be 48 inches. Here, and mark that. This would be easier with 2 people. Okay, there's our marker. Check it on the other side to make sure that it's correct. Perfect. All right, let's get cutting. Oh, this looks so bad. This saw's not very good. Well, I've made my first mistake. The red paint from the chairs is rubbing off on the nice dowel. I'm hoping it'll come off when we sand, but I won't be using these chairs anymore. I've moved into the shade. Now we're just going to sand off the dowel, trying to avoid any splinters when it gets used. I started off with 60 grit, and then I'll move up from there. Also trying to get rid of the red mistake that I made. Those ridges or anything that might catch out of this one. See, you gotta clean that off. A little bit finer grit. 120. Let's see if I can grip this one better. You guys probably don't have to watch me doing this. I'll pause the video. Just keep sanding with progressively finer grits until you get it to the point where you're not concerned with the user getting splinters. I've got the dowels all sanded down. I'm going to stain them. I don't think you have to, but I want to. So I'm using a wood stain, the one that I use for some other products, Earth projects, sorry. So we'll see how it turns out. It might have looked better just with the original wood, because the original wood has some nice grain in it, but I don't know, you guys probably can't see that. But I don't know, I like wood stain. So I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to varathane over top I don't actually know if that's correct. I'm sure Jasmine will correct me if I went astray, but it seems too watery. Let's give this a try. I don't want to darken it a lot, just a little bit. Wood stain to a dowel before it's different. Way different than what I usually do. It looks like it's turning out okay. Usually you want to go with the grain, but no, you guys can't see because of the sun, but it looks nice. And the next one, may have over darkened one side on this one. Okay, so I've done my first round of cuts for PVC. You may not have a good view of it. You can kind of see the at least half of the final product now before it gets glued or anything like that. The cuts were 2 12-inch pieces, one 26-inch piece, and then one 8-inch piece. This is going to be a double bar, so there'll be 2 beams, I guess, running across. It's not super sturdy now, but it hasn't been glued or anything, so it's kind of sliding apart. Once I glue it all together, it should be quite a bit stronger. So that'll be the next step. You guys saw me break my hacksaw, so I'm using this guy now. Laid around for that hacksaw somewhere, but I wasn't able to find it. That's the 26-inch piece. It's the 8-inch piece, and then the 2 12-inch pieces, and you got all your cuts done. Well, most of them done. There'll be a couple more I'll explain at the next step. There you go. Now you're starting to see how this might come together. I still have to glue everything together. As well, I'm going to coat that beam in Varathane. But it's starting to come together. A little flimsy now because it's not glued, but that'll be somewhat what the final product looks like. Oh, there it is. It's all glued up now, and it's pretty sturdy. The only issue I see is I think they made the base too wide. It's putting too much stress on those joints. So I think I am going to put a screw in those 4 bottom joints. These ones here, just to help with that stress. Now I'm just going to lightly sand these down so that when I go to paint them with that pink spray paint, it adheres well to the plastic.
Since you can't hear Steve too well over the sanding, I thought I would put a quick voiceover here of what he said. His choice in paint was due to the fact that it said it adheres well to plastic.
And the screws I put in the bottom to hold the base. Here we are after the first coat. The pink looks nice. I think it's going to turn out well. There they are, all painted. Just going to let them dry off and should be good to go.
This is what the final product looked like. The bar was the perfect height for me personally. I'm about 5'5". I don't know if that helps you guys at all, but look at it. It looks so gorgeous. I absolutely love the bar that Steve made me. Please shower him with compliments in the comments and let us know if you have any questions about the bar making process.